Community Day. How are we all doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. First click of the day is not a shiny, but we will be doing some catching today. And I mean, it is a hot day, but because it is sunny, they are weather boosted. So we do have weather boosted Fuecocos. But yeah, given that I am actually really low on candy for these things, we have 282 candies. Because it's a relatively new Pokemon, and I just haven't really caught a lot of them. So yeah, we have a little bit of catching to do today to stock up on some candies, and this will actually be Dex entry evolutions because I haven't evolved one of these things yet. So yeah, let's get into the day. Let's chuck on our incense. We will jump into our special research, which is just going to be the same as always. So we'll do our shiny checks first. We'll chuck something into that after, once we've actually caught some. And yeah, hey, second click of the day, we got the shiny. So there we go, we have a shiny Fuecoco already off the list, in the decks. Second click. Let me get back to my chat. How you doing, James? Welcome in. How you doing? How's your weekend been so far? And it is really hot sitting in this car. I need to open it. That made no difference whatsoever. Maybe I should have just left the car running and had the aircon on for the for the first part. But there we go. Dex shiny. So hopefully that bodes well, and that means we're going to get a decent amount of shinies for the day. Not a bad shiny, stat-wise. Third, no. I was going to say, can we get back-to-back? These are starters, so they're going to be a bit of a pain in the butt to catch. Tired? I'm alright. I had a bit of a sleep in this morning, didn't get up until like midday. But I had a relatively big night last night, so... yeah, we're here. We're doing this. We're a bit more active than I thought I would be for the day. That's for sure. How you doing, X-Drive? How you doing? Welcome. How's your day? Oh my god, it is toasty. I really need to get into some shade as soon as possible. Just wishing you some good luck. Well, thank you, man. We're already off to a good start. We got one shiny out of 3 clicks, so let's clean up this cluster, and then we'll start our walking for the day. So, is everybody actually looking forward to this Com Day? Given that it is a new starter. So what are this? This is 2 of the Paldean starters that we've got now. So I wouldn't be surprised if Duck Boy is Quaxley rather is May Com Day would be my guess. So what are we in March now? And we've already had 2 of these starters. So usually they only do 3 starters a year, but given how they've rushed these ones out, I'm assuming that we're going to have these ones and the Galarian starters this year in Com Days. How you going, Dylan? Oh, welcome. How you doing? Taff's not here. What are you talking about, James? You always confuse me. Taff is not here. Or is she hiding in the chat? I can't see any chat from Taff, so I'm assuming that she is not here. Alright. I think I'll just shiny check the rest of these so we can actually get out of the car and start walking. We've got plenty of time to do catches for the day. Alright. Shiny check. So yeah, like I said, we've already got 1 shiny, so that's a good start. Also, I want to get out of the car quickly because my phone will start overheating. No shiny. Hey, there we go. Second shiny of the day. Catch Pikachu. Pikachu, he will not be around today for the most part. We may see a random Pikachu at some point, but it is a Fuecoco Com Day, so there will be no Pikachus. Hey, back-to-back shinies. Alright, well, we've already finished our shiny family with those three. Jarosol, totally. That's exactly what I was thinking. You read my mind. Nice, alright. 3 shinies, and we're only, what, 5 minutes in? Nice. Alright, we got them done, so let's grab charger, water, can just stay in here for now, we'll grab it when we come back around. Alright, need the keys, let's do it. It's a little bit better not being in the car, it's still quite warm. Tiny little bit of shade. Come back, chat. I need to be able to see my chat. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's see how many shinies we can end up with for the day. So like I said, we've already got 3. So if our luck keeps up like that, honestly, we could finish up with over 30 for the day. And I actually cleaned out my storage from Unova Tour. Surprisingly, I actually still had quite a bit of room left from Unova Tour in my storage because I bought some and I didn't really do a lot of catching on day 2. It was more Spotlight Hour the other day that I had to clean out stuff for, just because I did a lot of catching for that too. Just to try and get as many of the stuff ticked off of the research for the shiny Meloetta. See, my phone is already overheating. I only just plugged it into the charger and it's already telling me it is overheating. Fantastic. Why do... Every single event this summer has been on a day where it's been hot. It's been so annoying. How you doing, Dark Gamer? Welcome in. How you doing? Two things Pokemon need to fix. That's having to log in every time almost, and things just not loading at all. I think there's other things that they need to fix as well. They are 2 things, yes, definitely. I don't really have the issue of having to log in every time. Occasionally it does that to me, where it just doesn't log in, but I think that's more of an internet issue. If your game isn't sort of connected to the internet, it tries to log into the game and then it takes you back to your actual login thing. So I think that's a login, not an internet, not a actual Pokemon issue. Hello Impossible and AJ, welcome in guys. How we doing today? Try and take advantage of this shade as much as possible. Yeah, as I was saying, every single big event this year just seems to... Just every single one has been possible. And honestly, I would like to have had this weekend off. I mean, we just had Unova Tour last weekend. Let's give us a break, Niantic, because we've got 2 Com Days this month as well, don't we? Because we've got a Com Day Classic, and it seems that they're going to start doing Com Days and Com Day Classics every month. And it's like, I think having 2 Com Days every month is a little bit much. Every couple of months for a Com Day Classic I felt was good. Having one every month just seems overkill. Because that ends up being, what, 22 to 24 com days a year. That's too many com days. That's way too many com days. Oh my god, impossible. You and your Faz. In Faz, they are reworking IMO, the worst map. Oh, sorry, in your opinion, the worst map. So you're forcing yourself to play the garbage map before it's changed? Well, there you go. That's just... What are you going to do? What will you do, impossible? What will you do? Absolutely. So that doesn't bode well. It's so badly. And I feel like the older it gets, the worse it gets at overheating as well. Because he ain't gonna charge. He ain't gonna charge when it's this hot. And I'm only 11 minutes in. This is what I mean about the hot days. Especially being down here. As I keep saying, there's like... It's a really good place to play Pokemon, but at the same time, it's a really bad place to play Pokemon during the summertime because of the sun. It's horrible. It's just trying to kill you in more ways than, trying to kill your phone. It's trying to kill you. That's evil UV rays giving you cancer and stuff. The fun of living in Australia. You're almost at level 48. Nice, dude. What do you still need to do to get to level 48? I am also nearly at 48. Wait, what level am I? 47. Yeah. I am. Well, as you can see, I got still a few more things to do. The kilometers things is getting there. But all the other things, I don't interact with my buddy enough to actually get the things that I need to do, but we'll get there. So today might be a slower com day than usual. There we go, another shiny. That's 4 shinies already. You're gonna cry yourself to sleep. But if they're reworking the map, isn't that a good thing? I regret not bringing my water with me already. It's one of them days. Also, guys, if you haven't already, smash that like button. Whew. Alright, let's actually check to see what we're still going to do for this research. I really wish that they would fix this and make it that it used to stack them like they used to be stacked. So it's just the newest ones at the top. It just makes it so much easier. Because now they're not even in any sort of particular order because they're not stacked by oldest to newest. So they're not stacked in alphabetical order or anything. So it's just this random order that just makes it really difficult to find the one that you need. Okay. 25 berries. We need 20 more of them. We've almost got our catches done. We need to get our great throws, spin 15 stops, walk a kilometer, and complete 5 research tasks. Okay. Warzone brag in a new map and... brag. I gotta learn how to read. Warzone bring in a new map, and most of the players base left in the first one, the first month, first day. Are you gonna cry yourself to sleep after playing this map? The new one looks amazing. Which map is it? Is it like the original map? The original house map? In level 48 you need to walk. Yeah, that's probably the thing that I'm going to struggle with the most when it comes to going up to level 48. Doing the kilometers in 1 week 8 times. I did get one because of the tour last weekend. I was like, yes, we're one step closer. But honestly, I don't walk enough during the weeks. It's like I get my exercise by actually doing weight training and stuff like that. I don't do a lot of walking. I do my spotlight hours, comm days, that sort of stuff, and get in walking on those days. But that's not enough to get 25 kilometers in 1 week. The crunchy leaves, you guys hear? It's like ASMR leaf crunching. You can tell it's autumn. Got all the crunchy leaves on the ground. I could actually walk on the path next to the... But I feel like the crunching, man, it's my ADHD. I want to crunch leaves. Leave me alone. You guys have to put up with the leaf crunching. Like I said, ASMR. Be safe out there. We shall, teen. We're in a nice, safe location. The only thing that we really need to worry about down here is sun. The blazing hot sun. But we geared up for that. We got hat, sunglasses, sunscreen. Walking in the shade as much as possible. Phone still doesn't want to charge. I feel like the more that I have my phone running like this, where it's not charging, but it's sort of keeping it stable with the charger plugged in, so it doesn't actually decharge, I'm just murdering my battery. Because it's been doing it a lot since the start of the warmer months. Basically every stream it's been doing this, and I feel like my battery has declined a lot over the last 6 months, sort of thing. And just in general, when I'm using my phone, the battery tends to drain fairly quickly. Hey, another shiny. That is shiny number 5 for the day. So we're like 18 minutes in. We got ourselves 5 little shinies. Is that ticket permanent? The one you brought? Which ticket, James? It's not bad. Hopefully we'll actually be able to find some decent ones of these today as well, because I don't think I've actually got any good ones to do evolves with. Evolutions. Yes, 20 battery is horse dung. Had it on 100 before bed, woke up at less than 70. The croc, is it permanent? It shouldn't be permanent. Oh no, yes, sorry. You mean if you've got it and you complete it after you've actually finished your comm day? Yes, yeah. Anything that's in the special research tab is permanent, sort of thing. So you don't have to get it finished during when you actually purchase it. It's anything that's in the today or the home tab, whichever one it is. It used to be called the today tab. The events tab. Yeah, anything that's in the events tab usually has a timer on it, but anything that's in your special research tab is a permanent addition. So like I said, you don't have to get it done during the allotted time of the event where you obtained it. Like, my battery's not too bad if you're not using the phone. Like, if it's just sitting there, its battery life is still fine. But whenever I'm using the phone, like if I'm at home and I don't have the phone on the charger, and say the phone's at 100% and I'm just doom scrolling on Instagram or something like that, it'll go down relatively quickly. 2 to 3 hours, it'll be down to like 60%. Alright, 2 more breeds. I think I got the berries done, so it's just spinning stops, walking a kilometre, and that was it, I think. Don't do that. Oh my god. Learn how to throw. Oh, it's a bit stinky down here. They must have put fertilizer on the fields because it's a bit stinky. Yesterday on my way driving along the freeway, I got to, you guys wouldn't know it, but there's a suburb in Melbourne called Brooklyn. There's a lot of factories and stuff around that area. It's like I grew up near it. And if the wind is blowing in the right direction, it is ripe. And yeah, on the freeway on the way home yesterday, God, you just got to that point and it smelled like somebody took a shit in the back of the car. Not gonna lie, it was pretty gross. Alright, let's just double check. Like I said, I think it's just the... I feel like I'm just gonna have to star it for now, just so it's at the top. So I don't have to do this every single time I come looking for it. So it's at the top. Yeah, walk kilometre. Oh yeah, 5 research tasks as well. Spin the stops. I thought I'd done the berries. Have I not been giving them berries? Does that count? Yes. You're trying to eat dinner. Hey, I mean, you're the one that has to visualize the things. I'm just talking, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, we'll rephrase it. It smelled like somebody was tooting in the back of the car. Is that better? Is that more palatable for your dinner eating? Can you use Poke? Yeah, you can use special rend whenever you want to, sort of thing. If you're asking me, can I use it, sort of thing, I don't really want to. I'll use it during special occasions. Right now, during Com Day, we're getting enough of the spawns of the single Pokemon anyway. If there was other things to hunt, say during a Go Fest or a tour or something like that, sure, I'll use it. Right now, I just don't really feel like there's a need for it. Remember to keep using these berries. Hey Charlie, how you doing, man? Welcome in. How are you handling the cyclone? I'd be doing better if it wasn't so hot. Trying to stay in the shade as much as possible. It's like I'm complaining about the heat now, but give it a month when the cold weather starts to roll in and I'll be like, oh, I wish it was summertime again. He's in his bunker. I don't think that would be a good idea though, just because it's a cyclone. So, you know, it brings with it a lot of water and rain, and I don't think you want to be underground at that point because you're probably more likely to get flooded out. You want to be in like an attic or, you know, something like that. Underground? No. Just showers? Okay. You're far enough away from the coast that it's not affecting you. Actually, not too bad. And Ipswich didn't have cyclone, but Gold Coast and Brisbane, yes. Yeah, the friend that I was hanging out with last night, she lives in Brisbane, sort of thing, and she lives right near the river. So she's like, yeah, hopefully my house is. Luckily, I live in a building that's sort of on top of a hill, blah blah blah. So, she's like, yeah, it should be all right. I got a friend looking after my house at the moment. How you doing, Fitzy? Welcome in. Dude, you doing your Com Day? Looking for your shiny boys? Actually should be doing research. What do I still need to do? I still think I've got research left over from, yeah, Unova Tour. Oh man, I don't want Unova Tour research. All right, let's power up. What do we got? Did we get a 4-star? No. You know what? We can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since it's a Shondo. Alright, these should be for dealing. Oh no, Pikachu, okay. I thought they were dealing. But the floods are coming. Make it sound like a biblical story. The floods, they're coming. Everybody get 2 of every animal. It's actually not too bad. I will keep that one. The beaches, yeah, I've seen the beaches on the Gold Coast. Like, stupid idiots down on the beach walking their dogs. Like, the beaches are shut, but they've taken their dogs down there to go for a walk. And it's just like, what is wrong with you? These dogs are almost being washed away. I would say that Queenslanders aren't that bright, but I know some Queenslanders that are actually, you know, good people, that are smart. But I think, you know, Queensland's very similar to like Florida in the US. It's just like, yeah, there's smart people that live there, but there's also some questionable people that live there. I think it's the humidity. Hey Becky, how you doing? Yeah, humidity definitely seems to have a big impact on brain function. You heard on the news 2 boys got arrested for swimming in the cyclone and forcing people to... Wait, forcing people to actually swim in it? Like, fair enough, if you're going to put yourself at danger, cool. But putting other people at danger, that seems a bit stupid. I think one of the biggest things is when it comes to stuff like that, it's these people that are taking the resources away from other people that actually need it. So they're putting themselves at risk purposefully because they're like, oh, I'm going to go swimming in the cyclone because I'm an idiot. And then they need to be rescued. And those, people that are there to rescue them, the ambos, the police, the fireys, whatever, the first responders, could have gone and rescued somebody else that actually needed to be rescued. And again, it comes up to that whole thing, like I was speaking to my friend yesterday, and she's just like, yeah, Darwinism. I was like, yep. If only we could just let the stupid people die instead of rescuing them, taking them to hospital, the world would probably be a better place. Because then all the idiots wouldn't breed. You hate this game, Jimmy, don't do Phasmo streams. I wasn't planning on it. You'll get a panic attack. I think I'll be right, because I can disassociate from a game to real life. I grew up watching horror movies and stuff, because I got an older sister. So I was watching, pretty much any horror movie that you can think of at like 5 or 6 years old. So I've been desensitized to it for most of my life. Nice. We got ourselves another shiny. That is shiny number 6. Surprised Negan's not here to do our shiny racing. She's probably out and about doing her own com day. Yeah, usually she's in here. You're like, what an idiot. Yes. Yep. Like I said, it's that whole Darwinism thing at play. It's like, we just need to let the stupid people do stupid things and just let them get hurt. Don't know. Back shiny. That's the second time we've got back-to-back shinies today. Yep. If they get hurt, don't take them to hospital. They did it to themselves. You deal with it. You did this to yourself. Some humans are evolved. That's devolving. You can't evolve backward. You can just devolve. But yes, I do know what you mean. And unfortunately, the internet era has played a big part in that. Social media and the allure of being famous. Just because you have a viral video doesn't mean you're famous. Just because you have a whole bunch of random people on social media give you a like or all that sort, it doesn't make you famous. I'm a YouTuber. I don't consider myself to be famous in any way, shape. I mean, I'm a small YouTuber, so of course. But even if I was a big YouTuber, I'd just be like, I just do this for fun. Like, I'm not doing it to be a celebrity. I'm not doing it to be, any of the big, I'm not doing this just because I want to be famous. I don't really care about that. I'm a very introverted person. I'd rather just keep to myself. Hey on Gabrielle. You caught your 4th shiny Pidgey today? Nice, dude. Congrats. Yeah, we have some of those idiots here in California too. Unfortunately, it's a global thing. They're everywhere. And as I said, the unfortunate thing about it is these people can, 1, vote, 2, breed. So it's like, surely we have to give licenses out to people. Like, I'm all for it. It's just like, you need to pass some sort of test. I don't know what to call it. I don't want to call it an intelligence test or an IQ test or anything like that. But just some sort of test to do both of those things. I think the world would be such a better place. How you doing, Julie? Sorry. It's Mac. You're here on Nan's phone. You ran out of data, so you can play a normal phone. You got 2 shinies on the way back to the park. Nice, dude. Nice. Nice. Congratulations on your shinies. Yeah, shiny odds seem to be relatively boosted today. I mean, they're always boosted during a com day, but more so. Because we're doing pretty well. We're up to 6 already. I'm only like 30 minutes in. You miss Smoke Dog. Got murdered at 21 on the 30th of June before his 21st birthday. Listening to his music now. I'm assuming that he is a rapper with a name like Smoke Dog. If it's new, like rap hip hop music, I don't know, guys. I'm sorry, I'm an old school hip hop head, so anything that was made after like 2015, even 2010, very hard to stomach. It's just become too commercialized. Too many people. Again, it's the same thing as social media. People have just got into the music industry to make money and be famous, not because they actually enjoy making music. There are so many talentless people which are in the music industry these days, and it's just to sell records. Like, that's all it is. They've got a persona that the record companies know will sell to the younger generation because of skibbity-dee toilets and shit. So, yeah, unfortunately, there's very few musicians which actually do it for the love of making music and have talent. Which is a sad thing. So the GoFest featured Volcanion. Yes. Yeah, it's got that, and I think it's got, what's it called? The Metal Gear bug. I can't remember its name now. Mechania or something. What is that? Is that the name? Mechania? That's supposed to be, I think that's the mythical that's going to be featured during there. Yeah, he's a rapper. I assume so. With a name like Smoke Dog. I mean, that's very much what the, rap, hip-hop sort of thing has become. Everybody's either going to have Lil or Dog in their name. Little Dog. That's my rap name. I'm going to be Lil Dog. You became a fan of him a few days ago. See, but that's the thing. It's like when I was a wee little kidly, I was around in the era where Tupac and Biggie were still alive, sort of thing. So it's like, I come from that era. The Christopher Wallaces, aka Big Puns, Big L. All these. See, back in the day, they were big. They weren't lil. It was big. You had Biggie Small, you had Big Pun, you had Big L. Ticket holders for GoFest have shiny boost. Yes, yeah, it's always been like that. The ticket holders will get boosted shinies for GoFest. Alright, what do we still need to do? Hatch an egg. I do actually have eggs on. Complete a... Yeah, okay, we're not doing that because we're not in a party, so that one can yeet itself away from me. Let's just walk a kilometer and finish 2 more research tasks. So, I will just get rid of that one because I'm sure there's other ones that we can go. How you doing, David? Welcome in. We're going good so far. We're up to, I think it's 6 shinies so far for the day. Up to this point. 7. We are 40 minutes in. We already have 7 shinies. So we're going pretty damn well so far. Jimmy, if me telling you this doesn't get you to stream Fortnite, I don't know what will. You can be a pickle with a mustache. That's fantastic. As I've said, there is one person that can get me to play Fortnite. And I actually went out on a date with her on Thursday. Had a good time. She's a cool chick. But I even said that. I just like, my stream keeps telling me that they want me to play Fortnite, but I keep telling them that there's only one person that can do it, and she's a cute goth chick, and she just laughed. I'm like, yes, it's you. You're the only person that could get me to play Fortnite. But she's not feeling well at the moment, so... Show off. What am I showing? What am I showing off? My shinies. You'll get yours tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, so far the shiny odds seem to be pretty good. Not gonna lie. We'll hope that it keeps going for the rest of the day. Because com days can be very much like that. Your first hour's good, second hour's not so great. Third hour is so-so, or it's like something like that across the order. So first hour will be crap, second hour's so-so, third hour's good. Hey, we have 666 Fuecoco candies. Should I catch any more, guys? A Frogger if he had a mustache. Hey, Leon. How you doing, man? Welcome in. Schools in southeast Queensland have been closed because of the cyclone and flood, so no school for me. Nice. Yesterday and Thursday. So they're not giving you, like, homeschooling. Surely the school should be set up for that, though, because of the whole COVID thing. So they're used to doing homeschooling. So they could have just said, yes, you don't have to come into the building, but there will still be, like, homeschooling set up. Doing pretty good, minus the heat, Leon. We're staying sheltered in the shade as much as possible. But it's still pretty warm because there's not a lot of breeze today. And what breeze there is like a hot breeze. So, yeah. Yeah. 483, you believe, is the hundo from research, David? Because if it's from the wild, it'll be random because it depends on what level it is. Because a hundo in the wild can be any level. Did I get cub food? No, I do not have cub food. I'm honestly sick of giving Niantic money just to get access to Pokemon. It should have just been available without having to buy special research for it. But they're doing so many paywalls these days for Pokemon. Like, they're getting really bad with it. And honestly, I don't feel like giving them money for it anymore. They're ruining the game by doing that, and the only way they're going to stop doing that is if people speak with their wallets, don't buy into it, and then they'll have to make stuff free again, just because if nobody's giving them money. You're in a new building. It was built 2 years ago. The class is called S3. Sounds like a Normandy ship. If you've never played Mass Effect, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about, but good old Normandy SR2. That was a good ship. I miss that game. Mass Effect. If you haven't played it, guys, I highly suggest playing it. It's one of the best game franchises ever. You don't really need to play Andromeda because it doesn't fit into the first three, like the trilogy. Andromeda, it's not bad, but it's not good either. And they are making a new one. Hey, shiny. Yeah, they've teased it that they're working on another one which is set back in the original trilogy universe sort of thing, and not in Andromeda. So hopefully they don't ruin it. A lot of people are very skeptical about how it's going to turn out sort of thing after Andromeda. How many have I caught so far? The 3. Oh, sorry, shinies. That would be shiny number 8 for the day. God, 3. What am I talking about? They have free research for cup. I'm talking about the other one, the like the paid one. This one here, because you do get the cup poo encounter. But if you're talking about this one, powerful potential, it's the hatching the eggs. I'm not a big egg. I hate the research where you have to hatch eggs. We'll see how we do today. I do have several on at the moment. Okay, we got 3 on, but we're going to work 5 kilometers. And given how slowly I'm walking today, because I'm actually catching a lot of stuff, I think we'll be pushing walking 5 kilometers just quietly. If we start doing some more just shiny checking rather than catching. $12.74 hundo. Wait, what? Context. You never give me context, James. You just say random things and I'm like, what hundo? What are you talking about? Why are you like confusing me so much? Red just split your beads. Now you're mad at him. Is Red your dog? Again, context, guys. Brian getting shinies like crazy. I have been so far. It has been a very productive shiny day. That one is BS? Yes. Yeah, I just don't like how Niantic has just put so much paid stuff into the game. Because I mean, look at what the game used to be when it first came out. There was basically no paid stuff except for those, premium items like incubators, incense, all of that stuff. These days, it's just the amount of ticketed events that we get. Every single event has a ticketed aspect to it. And it's always got like the best stuff locked behind the paywall. Did I get my Dynamax capture yet? No. No, I have not. Honestly, the Dynamax system, I don't really interact with at all. Sort of thing, just because it's just, as I've said multiple times, it's a system that just feeds itself. You can't use the Dynamax or Gigantamax Pokemon for anything else except just obtaining more Dynamax/Gigantamax Pokemon. If we could use them in battles and use them in raids and all that sort of stuff, cool. But the system that is set up at the moment is just, I don't know, I just don't really find it interesting. And plus, around here, people don't get together to do raids and stuff anymore. So to get people actually out of the house to meet up at a Gigantamax raid is just not going to happen. So it's a system that's really set up for people that live in the city, that have players around that are still willing to come out and do stuff. Rural players just have no chance of getting stuff done. That one, is it? Which one? Sorry, is a Charcadet. For the Pokemon you're catching, these are set hundos, you think? In the wild, they shouldn't be. Hundos in the wild, like I said, it depends on what level it is. If it's from research and raid shinies are always set. Hundos are always set because they will be a specific CP. My shinies seem to have... Where are all my shinies? All of a sudden, we're just not getting anything. Alright. Oh man, stop giving me hatch an egg. I don't want to hatch an egg. Give me my Fuecoco research, thank you. That's better. Okay, yes, he's your dog. He's an Australian Kelpie. Is there any other type of... I thought Kelpies were just an Australian dog. Because they're sheepdogs. So they were bred to be, working dogs for like working on farms. So I think all Kelpies are technically Australian Kelpies. For real. You feel the same way, you don't go for them unless it's a task. Yeah, it's an unfortunate, because they were really hoping that when they added a new system like that in the game, it was going to have the same impact that introducing raids to the game and stuff had. But it's not 2017 anymore. The player base, for the most part, is the long-term players. And they're just not interested by stuff that's, you know, just... If it's got no real function in the game or the meta of the game, then it's just like, it's just wasted space. Because at this point, there's really two types of Pokemon Go player. There's PvPers and then there's collectors. Like, there's no in between sort of thing. There's nothing else. Because the collectors covers multiple genres of collecting. You've got your shiny collectors, you've got your XP collectors, you've got your, you know, Stardust collectors, or a combination of all of them sort of thing. And then there's the people which play for PvP. So yeah, introducing a system like the Dynamax, Gigantamax system, where, yeah, the collectors sort of have something, like PvPers have got no use for it. So there's a whole, you know, subset of players which just aren't going to bother with it because they're not useful to them. And then the collectors, I mean, unless you live in an area where I said, like, you can actually get out and do them because there's other people that want to do them, you just can't do them. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a stupid system in my eyes. The CEO, like, I earn millions on millions each year. Surely the average person earns that. Yeah, definitely. That's probably the biggest problem when it comes to gaming industry these days, because it is ran by people that don't actually game. I mean, you look at any other entertainment, for instance. You got your music industry, you got your movie industry. The people that make this stuff still consume movies and still consume music. Games, not so much. The people that own these companies or are CEOs of these companies don't necessarily play the games that they produce, or just any game, for instance. So they don't know what it's like to be the average gamer. So they add all these things like microtransactions and stuff like that, just like, oh yeah, no, that's cool, the players will love that. They don't. Players don't enjoy microtransactions. Alright, what have we still got to do? Just this 1 kilometer, which shouldn't be too much further. So, I am just going to do some shiny checking for a while rather than catching. Just so I can, 1, get these eggs hatched, 2, get this kilometer done, and 3, get back to the car because I do need water. So I'm getting a bit thirsty. Getting thirsty. Play Marvel Rivals. I've thought about it. I'm just not big into those types of games. And it's one of the reasons why I never got into Fortnite and stuff like that. I'm just not big into the Battle Royale type of games. I've always been a single-player story type of person. So, like, the big multiplayer games, they just don't really interest me. Hey, there we go. Alright, there's that kilometer. I knew it wasn't going to be too much longer. Told ya. Hey, a shiny. Oh my god, it's warm. There's no more I've reached the end of the shade. Now I'm baking in the sun. I'm melting. Basically how it has been since the beginning. Rural always gets screwed. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. And I think it's stupid. Like, it's a whole player base that Niantic has always neglected. But I suppose at the end of the day, it's not where their money is coming from for the most part. So of course they're going to cater to their main audience, which is putting money into the game. But all the ads that you see for the game and all the, you know, the way that they portrayed it when the game first came out is like, go out on adventures and find Pokemon in the wild. And it's just like, you mean go out into the city and just walk around and find Pokemon on the, you know, the city corner, the street corner sort of thing. It's like, that's not playing, like, that's not being a Pokemon trainer. You know, you watch the series back in the game or play the old games, and it was about adventuring through the wilderness and finding all these Pokemon in far-flung places across your region. It's just not like that, because you go out into the middle of nowhere to play the game and there's no cell service. So you can't catch Pokemon on the side of a mountain. Oh. Alright, we are almost an hour in, guys. This first hour is just about to tick over. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sweaty and uncomfortable right now. You seen a shadow of an unknown earlier today. You never found it. I think it's Fido. I think it's a special Fido, because I saw that on my nearby as well. I think it's just an event Fido. You don't play Warzone, either do I. So, that's cool. You love COD Zombies, but it's been trash as since 2018. Even that's not really fun. Unfortunately, it's what happens when they just rinse and repeat the same thing over and over and over again. It does get boring. Like, there's only so many times you can reinvent the wheel until it's no longer a wheel, and you're just like, well, that was boring. Greetings from Mexico. Nice day, bro. How you doing, Javier? Welcome in. How are you doing? How's it going in Mexico at the moment? 810 candies. Wait, do I have 810 candies? Because I started with like 300 or something like that. So, we've been doing a lot of catching, which I don't usually do during com days, just because I'm usually just shiny hunting. But I was collecting candies for today, because I'm going to need them for the evolutions at the end of the day. Yeah, there we go. 806 candies. Whew. I think one of my friends wants me to come around for drinks tonight. Like, oh, I'll let you know how I'm feeling once I'm finished with my com day. Walking around in the heat for 3 hours does sap your energy, sort of thing. And yeah, after having a big night last night as well, pretty tired. But I think she also wants to go to the beach on Monday, so it's like, It's a lot of travelling for me. Can't you come up to my house for once? It was shaped like an unknown of an S or something, or a Z. It might have been an unknown then. If it was shaped like an unknown, it was probably an unknown. which is unusual for getting one of them outside of an event, to be honest. It's very, very, very rare that you get a an unknown an unknown just spawning outside of events. Oh my god, I swear some people need to wear less deodorant and cologne and stuff. You walk past so many people here and it just smells like you're walking through a department store. It's like, Jesus, did you just wear half a bottle? In moderation, guys. That's one thing that I will tell you is like women don't necessarily like you, Kate, in like stinky stuff. They also don't want you to stink, but subtle colognes, masculine subtle colognes that, you know, you get a whiff of and you're like, that smells nice. Don't cake yourself in it, because it just makes everybody gag. It's like, I can't breathe. A good way of doing it is you don't spray it directly on you. You spritz it into the air and then you walk through it, and it like disperses it evenly across you, and you don't have this concentrated spot of just sweaty, smelly stuff. And it's just a nice, light little spritz that's just, like I said, spread across you evenly, and it's nice. It's subtle. See, again, just walk past those people, and all I can smell for the next, for the next 100 meters is just perfume, and it's like, It might also be because I'm sensitive to it, because my ADHD. Hey, shiny! So that is our first shiny of the second hour. It is toasty. First shiny for you? Nice, man. I just started for you. You got your first shiny. No, that's good. That's what it was for me. Like, my second click of the day was a shiny. And then since then, we've been steadily getting them. It's been a very productive shiny day. There's too many things to click on. There's too many. I need shade. I don't want to stop in the sun and get absolutely roasted. So uncomfortable. I forgot to put talcum powder and stuff on this morning. That would probably make it a little bit more comfortable. Hey, shade. I'm gonna stop here for a minute just because it's a shady. Last year you seen a shadow as in a start that one again. Last year you seen a shadow of a Zelf, or one of the 3 rares. It probably would have been your regional one. So whichever one you get in raids and stuff, when they pop into raids, that would have been the one that you've seen in wild. Because they do spawn in the wild, the lake trio. They are very rare, but they will spawn in the wild, usually near bodies of water. But they are one of the legendary Pokemon that do actually spawn in the wild. Because they've done them, which is like a permanent thing. And then during certain events, they've had Latias and Latios and the Johto dogs that have spawned in the wild. But those of you who have played Silver and Gold, that was the thing that happened in Silver and Gold. You had the dogs spawning in the wild. The beasts, I should say, because they're not technically dogs. The Johto beasts. Not gonna lie, I am very much looking forward to getting home and having a shower. Oh. I'm just sweaty. I've also walked straight through a spider web. I just looked at my shoulder and it's like I have a big cobweb on my shoulder. So hopefully that doesn't mean that I have a spider walking around on me somewhere, because that would be unfortunate for both me and the spider. Wouldn't be the first time though. It was winter last year. I got into the car, went down to the supermarket, walked around in the supermarket, bought a bunch of stuff, came out, jumped back in the car, and as I've jumped back in the car, I felt something brush on my hand, and I thought it was just the receipt from the supermarket. But then I remembered that I didn't actually grab a receipt from the supermarket, and I'm like, hang on a second. I looked down into the footwell, and sure enough, there was a huntsman spider just chilling in the footwell. Turns out that spider had been on me the whole time that I was in the supermarket. I'm just wandering around in the supermarket with a, spider that's like that big running around on me. So if anybody saw me, they'd be like, why'd this dude bring his pet spider to the supermarket? And then, I had to shoo the spider out of the car. Thankfully, it didn't run away and hide in the car somewhere. It like ran out of the door as soon as I went to shoo it away. So that was very handy. Very, very smart spider, thank you. But then I drove home, and then I looked in the rear vision mirror, not the side mirror, as I went to get out of the car, and here's the spider just like chilling on the side of the car. I'm like, So I had to quickly like jump out of the car and close the door before the spider made its way back into the car. And unfortunately, my phone is overheating to the point where my internet has disconnected. So my chat isn't running at the moment. The game is still running, thankfully. I'm hoping that now that the breeze has picked up, it will actually help cool the phone off a little bit. But for now, I can't actually see the chat, guys, until my phone stops overheating. But I am in the shade, so hopefully being in the shade and... Yes, okay, thank you. Because it was causing your phone to overheat. Well, maybe Niantic should fix their game and make it so a lot less demanding on the phone. Well, I guess I should have actually bought an ice pack with me today. That probably would have been a smart thing to do, but that's a bit difficult to carry around an ice pack and phones. Oh god, you're scared of spiders. I used to be really scared of spiders growing up. Like, I had arachnophobia, like terrible arachnophobia. I'm not too bad with them these days. As long as they're not in my room. Like, if there's a huntsman or a wolf spider or something like that in the house, it's like, cool, you can be in the house, you're hunting other spiders, you're doing a good job. Well, I sound like that. You're a good spider, you're doing a good job, you're eating all the other bugs, you're good dude, I like you, you can stay there. Yeah. So they're alright, as long as they're not in my room. As soon as they're in my room, that's when they get evicted. Because I don't like them. And it's funny because I was talking to Leah about it the other day, and she's like the exact same thing. She's like, I don't care if they're in the house. That's cool. They can roam around the house, do their own thing, but as soon as they come into my room, that's when I have to gas them. So it's like, cool. At least we're on the same page about the spiders. Phone, can you stop overheating? Might have to take the phone out of the case, which I don't really want to do, just because for some reason, why is it that phone companies decide to make phones out of materials which are the slipperiest things that you can possibly hold in your hand? Alright, we'll just take it off the charger for a bit as well, because that's probably contributing to the heat. Because I can't actually play the game, and I can't look at the moment until the phone cools down, so we're in a bit of a predicament. But yeah, I touched the top of my phone and it is like hot to the touch, to the point where it's like, ow, that's burning me. Yeah, I don't know how they expect people to play. Like, an outside game is all well and good, but if the phone can't survive in the heat that you're walking around in, it sort of defeats the purpose of it, doesn't it? Hey, alright, phone is actually cooled off. So, that means that I should be able to turn my internet back on for the starters. Hopefully the chat will pop back up in a minute. There we go. Okay, so we got chat back up and running. And try and get the game running again. So, missed some of the chats. You have a pet spider. What type of pet spider? Like an actual pet spider, or is it just a spider that you have in your room that you named? Caught the spider trying to sneak up on me, so you trapped him. That's not really a pet spider. You've just imprisoned a spider. They are two completely different things. A pet usually entails that you're taking care of it and feeding it and providing it a comfortable existence. You've just imprisoned some poor spider because it was trying to just do what spiders do. They're two completely different things. Alright, more sun. I really need water. I'm dehydrated and sweaty and uncomfortable. It's the second huge one that I've gotten so far, so they should be good to actually chuck in the showcases that we've got around here. Hopefully now that the phone isn't in the case, there is enough breeze and I can keep it sheltered from the sun and the shade as much as possible. It won't actually overheat too badly. Oops, shouldn't do that, we're already running low on Pokeballs. Really need water. I knew it was a stupid idea walking around here in a day like today without bringing my water with me. And also leaving it in the car means that it's probably been roasting in the sun. And I didn't put the the windscreen sun thing in, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so second hour, well, we did spend 5 or so minutes without the game running, but this hour has been a little bit quieter for the shinies so far. Sorry, David, I'll read your message as soon as I'm back in the shade where I can actually see it. The screen is a bit glary. What current Pokemon are in your area now as your normal in the wild? So just my normal wild spawns. Just trying to do a comparison of what's in my area. I think it's pretty much the same across the board. So, what have I been seeing in the wild? It's hard to say because I haven't really had the game open much over the last week since the start of the new event, or the new season, I should say, after Unova Tour. I think it's just a lot of the sort of like the fighting type Pokemon because of the event that's going on at the moment, the Cup 2 event. But yeah, it's hard to say because, like I said, I just haven't really been paying too much attention to what's been spawning in the wild. Because yeah, unfortunately, the game has gotten to the point where unless there's an event on like Com Day or, you know, Spotlight Hours, Raid Hours, the Unova Tour, Go Festival, it's like I don't really have the game open much anymore. I'm just busy doing other stuff, so I'm either doing my workouts or I'm like hanging out with people, or yeah, I just don't find myself having the game open as much as I used to and just checking to see what's around and catching my shinies at home and all that sort of stuff. Just because, honestly, there's just no enjoyment in it anymore. Yeah, unless there's something going on in the game, I just find the base game itself just too boring. But that's a good question to ask everybody else in the chat, because they might be able to give you a better, you know, sample size of what they've been seeing, if they recall. Alright, well, we're almost halfway through the day. Another 10 minutes and we are at the halfway mark. Oh, there's Gigantamax Charizard. Oh my god. He's cool. That was one of the first big things on my channel back when I was playing Sword and Shield, and I spent hours hunting down a shiny Gigantamax Charizard, and I hosted those raids for months. Got as many people into them as I possibly could. I got a lot of people shiny Gigantamax Charizard. Hey, Coupon King. How are you doing? And then when I finally decided that I'd had enough of it and I was going to catch my one, turns out I had 100% catch rate on it. So I could catch it in whatever ball that I wanted to. So I put it in a... What ball did I end up putting it in? I think it was a luxury ball, because it matched it. Wait, the luxury balls are the black ones, aren't they? I can't remember which ball I ended up putting it, but it was cool because it color matched. So. Okay, this is our first eggy. I think this is still a Unova egg. That's fantastic, thanks for that. But that should mean that we're at least halfway through these 10s that we've got on to. Yeah. Alrighty, so that should actually get me... Yeah, once they hatch, we'll get those 10. We're going to pair up another Pokemon 5 more times, and we got that done. Conde research, that's all good. Oh my god, the sun! Ugh. Just not the day to be walking around in the sun. Green Day concert got cancelled this week because of the cyclone. They were supposed to be in the Gold Coast on Wednesday, but they got cancelled. Yeah, unfortunately there's going to be a lot of stuff that was supposed to go on that's just not going to because of the cyclone. But it's best that people stay safe. I'm sure they'll reschedule it, sort of thing. If they can, they'll do it at a later date. Hey, that's shiny. That is shiny number 8 or 9, I think. We'll have to do a count. You back? You just got a free coffee and free pie. Nice. Did you steal them? Or did you actually get awarded with a free coffee and a free pie? And what type of pie? Are we talking like fruity type of apple pie or something like that, or like a good old Australian meat pie? Because I feel like that's a weird thing to go with a coffee. Yeah. See, when I usually eat my pies, like if I go to the bakery, like back when I was a kid, I would go to the bakery, I would get 2 steak and onion pies, because steak and onion pies are like the best type of pie. Trust me, if you've never had one, get a steak and onion pie. But they have to be at a bakery. Like packeted ones just aren't the same. It has to be like a traditional bakery made steak and onion pie. And you guys probably don't get them in Australia, but we have Golden Valley, like Spring Valley. You get like a banana and mango nectar juice. Oh my god, it's the best thing ever. It'd be probably the closest thing to having coitus outside of having coitus. It's in a bottle and it's just like the nectar of the gods. Banana and mango. It is like the best juice ever. I highly suggest you getting one, guys. If you can, even if you've got to order it online from Australia and just get some banana and mango nectar Spring Valley sent out to you, like, do it. Positive side, you get 3 times Stardust for catching them. No, that's good. I mean, if you're hunting Stardust, that is. I'm very good on my Stardust. We are sitting at 22.5 million. So we got a bit. So I'm not a big Stardust hunter these days. But for shinies, we are sitting on 11. We have 11 shinies for the day so far. So our count is higher than I thought it was. Pizza pie. And they set up a van on the east end to give out free stuff. Okay, cool. To us poor people. They're just giving us free pies and free coffees. It's like, why don't they just give us money instead? Give us better welfare checks. Nah, it's cool. You get some munchies, some coffee. Talk about food. I mean, I did eat. Came down today, but not gonna lie, I could definitely eat more right now. I've entered my I gotta eat everything error, just because of like the amount of working out and stuff that I do. I burn a lot, so I can eat a lot. So it's like I'm always hungry. And yeah, because I do my work basis like today, doing this, it's like just don't put on weight, which is good. But being big doesn't really run in my family. It's like everyone in my family is thin, so we have pretty good metabolisms. So yeah, I can eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. And now I'm hungry. Damn you, Becky, I'm hungry. It's all your fault. Now, honestly, I want a steak and onion pie. You've made me want a steak and onion pie. It's all your fault. I have a hankering for steak and onion. You like cheese and bacon? Don't think I've ever had a cheese and bacon pie. Does it actually come with like the meat, like the gravy meat as well as the cheese and the bacon? Or is it just like a cheesy bacon? Dang, you're a little over 300,000. I don't really spend my Stardust though. Like, I hoard it. And the only stuff that I really spend it on is when I'm doing up PvP Pokemon, or if I need to use like stuff to power up to get quests finished. Speaking of quests, I need to go back into my... I will do it when I get back to the car. Go on to the next stage of the research. Oh, jeez. It's not the government, so they might get pies donated. Any bakeries nearby? There is a bakery that I go to on my way home. Unfortunately, where I am, the only thing that's nearby is the cafe that's sort of like halfway down the road that I'm on. Can't see it from here, but it's one of the gyms along here is the sign outside the... They probably do make pies. I've never actually been there before, but they do coffee and all that sort of stuff. So I assume that they do pies since they make focaccias and stuff, like homemade foods. But there is a bakery in town that I drive past on my way home. I just don't think it's going to be open at 5 p.m. once I finish streaming. So might have to be a tomorrow. But now I'm going to like be hanging for a steak and onion pie like all night. And it's your fault. I might have to go to the supermarket on the way home and go to the frozen section and see if they've got steak and onion pies. As I said, it's going to be a packeted one, so it's not going to be the same. But it might just have to satiate me until I can get a proper one. Rock up there, tell them that I need some punch and pie. In Australia, they would probably just punch me and give me a pie. Great, now we're back in direct sunlight again. Fantastic. Getting roasted, and I cannot see my screens. My streams are firepower. No, my streams are just dying in the heat. Alright, I am back at the car though. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm not going to be sitting in here for too long. It is an absolute oven in here. We need to... Should have put this up when first got here. I mean, on the upside, at least the heat of the car is going to be drying the water that I spilled on the... Because I had 2 litres of water fall off of the seat yesterday and splash into the footwell. So that was fantastic. Get a 420 4-pack. I'm not a big fan of 4 and 20 pies, to be honest. As I said, like the mass-produced pies are a bit average. You got to get like proper bakery pies. All right, let me just grab my water and then probably get out of here because it's too hot. people in the car that's next to me, they have literally just left their car running. They're not even in it. So they've gone to go on their walk or whatever, and they've just left their car running with the aircon on. And it's like, guys, this is what contributes to global warming. There is no need for your car to be running just so it is slightly cool for when you get back into it, because you'll get back into your car, turn the air conditioning on, and the car will cool down in the matter of minutes. So it's like, yeah. Honestly, you don't need to leave your car running when you're not in it. Alright, so we are halfway through. It is 3:30. So we managed to walk 2 kilometers in that space of time. Ow, my knee. So we'll see how quick we can get this lap done. It did take us a lot longer because we were like stopping to catch stuff. A lot of that lap. You see it so much down here. Like there's cars running with nobody sitting in them, and then there's other people just sitting in cars in the air conditioning, and it's like, why are you just sitting down here in the air conditioning in your car? Can't you just do that at home? Wouldn't it make more sense to be at home in your air conditioning, not just sitting in your car? What is wrong with people? How you doing, Eli? We're doing pretty good so far. We're up to 11 shinies. We are halfway through. So yeah, it slowed down somewhat in this second hour like I thought it would. Getting the shinies. But yeah, we're up to 11 for the day. So we'll see how we go. Like I said, we've still got half the day left. So at this rate, we're looking at about 20 to 25 shinies in total for the day. Hey Jimmy, you're back for, you got less shinies than you wanted. You got 3, you wanted 4 for one of them to go into Pokemon Violet. Well, you've still got time, dude. There is still left of the day. So you still got plenty of time. Just keep clicking on them, running incense or something. For sure, heck, gas is expensive enough as it is. Exactly. As I said, it's not like when you get back into the car that it's going to stay hot for that long. Just chuck a windscreen cover in so it's not getting baked in the sun, like the upholstery and the steering wheel and all that sort of stuff. It's not getting baked in the sun, and then when you turn the aircon on, it only takes a couple of minutes for it to cool down. You're fine. Just people these days got no care for the environment, I tells you. You can't wait for your area updates for the Fuecoco Community Day. Well, good luck, dude. Hopefully you get plenty of shinies. It's been a good comp day so far. I think a lot of people are looking forward to this one. I still think that we should have got the Paldean starters first. Sort of thing. They did the Paldean region. Oh, no, sorry, the Galarian. These are the Paldean starters. The Galarian region. I think they did the Galarian region dirty by skipping over it for the most part, just to go straight to the Paldean region. Alright, so we're going to get some leaf crunching ASMR popping up again, guys. Not quite at the condensed leaf part, but as soon as we are, there'll be lots of crunching. Hey, a shiny. Lots of pleasant leaf crunching. The shinies boosted for windy days. No, because they're fire types. So sunny days, they'll be boosted, weather boosted. So they are boosted for me, because we have sunny weather at the moment. Not for this. I think it's for the fighting event that's going on. So Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard are popping up into raids, as you can see, or the Dynamax dens. So all three of the Kanto starter Gigantamax are popping. But yeah, I think it's part of the Cupfu event. No worries, Charlie. Enjoy the rest of your day, dude. Alright, we're on the downhill stretch. We're halfway through the day and it's going past relatively quickly. But I still want that pie. Although, if the internet gets a bit choppy here, guys, I think it's because the tree that's next to it shall fix itself. Just stick around, it'll come back gooder than ever, hopefully. I also got Shiny Mythical when the Unova tour event week started. Was the red Genesect, and your buddy also at the same time got a Shiny Virizion. Nice, dude. I also got any Genesect and Virizion and a Terrakion from the research. So I was very happy with Terrakion, given that it was one that I actually needed. The other two, not so much, because I already have Shiny Genesect and... thank you, I'm trying to click on that one. Yeah, Shiny Genesect and Virizion. But well done to you and your friend. How many candy? Oh, actually, that's right. That's what we were going to do. We need to do this research. Otherwise, I'm going to run out of time. I keep forgetting. Oh well, you're not even going to be able to get one because you need so many people. Exactly. I'm in the same place, Eli, so don't stress. You're not alone in that boat when it comes to trying to get the Dynamax, Gigantamax stuff. We were discussing that earlier in the stream, how it's just a stupid system. There should be remote raidability to it, like there is with normal raids, but Niantic they're trying to get the community back together the way that it was before COVID. It's just never going to happen. So they just add systems like that into the game, which the vast majority of people just can't partake in because they can't raid them remotely. And it just doesn't make sense, because in the main series game, like in Sword and Shield, you can invite people to those Gigantamax raids. So yeah, it doesn't make sense, honestly. Alright, we got the background. Unfortunately, it isn't a shiny. But did we get a hundo? Unfortunately, not on that either. We've had pretty good luck over the last couple of com days with background shiny / hundos. Alright, next stage of the quest is catch 30 Pokemon in total. So we back to the catching. Hydration. I can very much see me getting through this whole 2 liters before I'm already almost halfway through it. Hey, a shiny. That's shiny number 12 for the day. So yeah, doing pretty well for the shinies. One of those com days where I probably could have ended up with a lot more shinies than I will, because I'm doing so much catching in comparison to other com days where I've already got a large amount of candy stockpiled. Zub Nasty, how you doing? Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Phone is still really hot though. Unfortunately, the breeze seems to be on the other side of the trail, so I think it's coming from the opposite direction today. Feeling better? Yeah, it's just really hot today, so just walking around in there. The sun is a bit draining. I'll actually do a weather check in just a moment. Xander, how you doing? Welcome in. Any Gigantamax raids? There is, but unfortunately, they are raids that you can't invite people to. So even if we wanted to do them, we can't, because I can't invite you guys to them. But at the moment, there is lots of, as you can see, Blastoise, Venusaur, and Charizard. Gigantamax raids about the boot. This says 22 degrees, but it's probably 10 degrees hotter than that by now. 34. So it's 12 degrees hotter than that. So yeah, as you can see, it's a bit toasty today. 34 degrees. Not the type of weather that you want to be walking around in, like, direct sunlight. Chibi. How you going, Tybo? Do you feel about the state of the world right now? Where do I start? I try not to get too much into politics and religion and all that sort of stuff during the streams, because we're here to have a good time and catch Pokemon. There's enough of that shit going on without us needing to be reminded about it right now. But to answer your question, not great. We're in a bit of a tumultuous time in history because of certain world leaders, and things that could escalate into bigger wars than what they already were because of said world leaders. You're doing good. I look good. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm trying to stay fit and healthy. I mean, you can't really see much at the moment because I'm wearing sunglasses and a hat. But hello, how are you all doing? You can actually see my face. All stream I've been wearing, it's too sunny to not be wearing sunglasses and a hat today. I would say that you're all looking lovely yourselves as well, but unfortunately I can't actually see you all, so I'll just assume that you are. You're all looking lovely. How you doing, Josh? Welcome in. Libala Jimmy, indeed. Libala Jimmy. How you doing, dude? Did I get any Hundo Kiram? You got 2 and both were... Oh, dude, nice. Well done. Unfortunately, no. I got absolutely shafted when it came to getting Kiram. I got background ones. I got shiny ones. I think the best IVs that I got all weekend was like 93%, which was disappointing given that the lead-up raid days or raid hours before Unova Tour, I got both a Hundo Reshiram and a Shundo Zekrom. So I was like, I just need the Kiram to complete the trio. No such luck. So yeah, now I have these good Reshirams and Zekroms, but no decent Kiram to... when I say that, I do have, like, I think my best Kirams from, like, previous raids that we've had with them is like 96%. So it's not bad, but you know, it just doesn't pair with the hundos and the shundos very well. You have the, like, people were doing like 60, 70 raids. You dig the new look? It's not really I don't know. Is it a new look? I do have long hair. You can't see it because it's tied up, but I do have like shoulder length hair these days. And it was good. I actually got some haircut. Like the friend that I was hanging out with, she used to be a hairdresser, and she's like, we just started talking about hair, and she gave some actual useful tips on how to make my hair look better. I'm like, thank you. I actually needed that for so long. It's like, I just don't know how to care for my long hair properly. So she gave me like product suggestions and ways to use the products, like advice. I was just like, thank you, that's very handy. Because one thing that I still struggle with is dry hair. Your best Rayquaza and Xerneas were from a stream with me. Yeah, I mean, you're in all my big streams, so of course they were. Yeah, we do have the 98% shiny Xerneas and Rayquaza. They're some of my best Pokemans. Oh, here comes the crunchy leaves, guys. Crunchy leaf ASMR. Let's... You guys can hear it. It's just that crunchy time of year. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope you get the Shundo Fuecoco. You're going to get ready for your com day tomorrow in your area. No worries, Xander. Thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please do smash that like button. On the stream, we're sitting on 15 so far. So we're closing in on that 20. So yeah, smash a like. Every time you like the stream, a shiny Pokemon is born. Have I ever got lucky and found any of the Galarian birds? I've encountered them all, I just haven't caught any of them. I don't really run my daily incense, because as I said earlier, outside of the events these days, I'm just not really walking around with the game running, because I'm usually busy doing other stuff. Oh God, listen to the crunchy. So much crunchy. It's like I'm walking through breakfast cereal right now. It's awesome. But honestly, I feel that given that there is a lot of Galarian stuff that's sort of being featured during GoFest, I wouldn't be surprised if we actually get the Galarian raids, like Galarian birds in raids then. We're kind of a big deal. Yeah, not tooting my own horn or anything, but you know, we're a bit of a big deal around these parts. What's up with raids? You've seen one in the last week. Which raids, James? Like just raids in general or specific raids? You got a Galarian Zapdos. You got a critical catch somehow. Sometimes you just get lucky like that. Didn't they do a research thing on their critical catches, and they're like 1 in 50 or something like that to get a critical catch? Lucky I haven't seen one since they first launched. Oh, the Galarian birds. They are rare, even off the incense. Like when you, well, of course they only spawn off the incense, but there's only like a 1% chance or something like that they're actually going to spawn, and then there's like a 0.1% chance that you're going to catch them or something ridiculous like that. just in general you haven't seen the raids. I don't know what to tell you, dude. I've been seeing raids around. You're just getting unlucky, which is unfortunate. Alright. Let's walk more crunchy cerealness. Oh man, this is just like... I'm not gonna lie, this is really making my ADHD feel good. Just the crunchy leaves. Just like that little thing in your ADHD brain, which is just going, this is really good, I like this. Keep doing it. That's not too bad. How many more do we need to... Sweet, we only need 10 more, and then we're on to our last one. You're getting scammed. Niantic's just got it out for you, man. What did you do? Did you piss John Hankey off? Where's my wall? Now there's not as many leaves. I don't know what it is. Why there's just that like one stretch along there where there's like a million leaves, and now there's not many. There's the same amount of trees. Someone's been stealing all my leaves. Do I have OCD? You have certain things in certain places. Yeah, I do have a compulsion to do things a certain way, like things need to be done a certain way. It was very funny because it was, again, something else that I was talking with my friend last night, because she's autistic and has ADHD and all that sort of stuff as well, and she's also OCD, and so we were relating on the little OCD. She's like, are you OCD? And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know, when I'm walking on footpaths and stuff like that, you can't step on the cracks, you gotta, you know, step over the lines in between the footpath. And as I'm doing now, I'm walking around crunching on the leaves. I have a compulsion to just do certain things. And again, that's a mix of like ADHD and OCD. Good times. I like being able to relate to other people. Because you stinky neurotypicals, whoever you are, you know who you are. You just don't get it, alright? You don't know what it's like to have little impulse control. And you don't know what it's like to just not have things be the way that they need to be. Otherwise, you just don't feel right inside. Because it's honestly a physical feeling that you get when things like you have OCD and things just aren't the way that they should be. You quite literally feel physically uncomfortable. Your 3 to 3 birds are in raids in your area, but they're the repeats from us. Yeah, we've got the Kanto birds in raids at the moment. We've got them until next week because they're in raid hour as well. But they're the original Kanto birds. They're not the Galarian ones. It makes you feel stressed. Does it do that to you too? Not so much stress, just uncomfortable. Like, it also depends on what it is. Like, it may make me feel stressed if it's in the hands of somebody else. Say, if I need to do something for somebody or they need to do something for me and it's not the way that I think it should be, that can stress me out, just because, again, it's something that's out of my control. But things that I can usually do, if it's not quite right, it just makes me feel physically uncomfortable, not so much stress. Hey, there's a little duckling. Duckling, you know, it's a cool duckling. Alright, let's just get these catches out of the way so we can go into our last part of the research. We should be getting, there's 3 more. Yeah, neurodivergence is it's an interesting thing because it's something that I just never really thought that I had. I thought everything was normal in my life until only like a year ago. I thought it was just normal to feel the way that I felt and have the thought processes that I had and all that sort of stuff. And it wasn't until I started actually interacting with other neurodivergent people that I was like, hang on a second. Are you telling me that this isn't the normal way that people think? This isn't the normal way that people feel? This isn't the normal way that people just have impulses to do things? You think that you have to leave because it's kind of late. Oh, no, oh good, wee-wee. Oh, good. Enjoy the rest of your evening if you are going to take off. Have good sleep. Good luck for tomorrow, your com day. Hopefully you get all the little Fuecocos. Good old duck season. It's a wabbit season. Your mum thinks you have that. You know that Asperger's isn't actually a thing anymore? It's basically just, I'm pretty sure it falls under the autism spectrum. Like, it's an old diagnosis for people that had autism, if I remember correctly. So you're probably just autistic. And I don't mean that in a negative way, just because, as I said, it's like autism, ADHD, like pretty much any neurodivergence is on a spectrum. You've got your full-blown, non-verbal autistic people, which are, they need carers and that to get them through life. And then you've got your more atypical people with autism and stuff, which are quite functional people. It's just that they have mannerisms and tics and they've got a stim and... But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Asperger's is like an old diagnosis. Something that they got rid of in, I think, the 90s. Or maybe even like the early 2000s. It sort of got put under the same umbrella as autism. Hey, Adista, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Why don't I quick catch? Because I'm holding two phones. I have two phones in one hand. So I can't actually... I've got no free fingers to do stuff with, so I can't. I used to be able to do one-handed quick catches, but unfortunately on this phone, that actually worked. Oh yeah, I got a new screen protector, so I forgot that maybe it's a bit different now. Yeah, see, for the most part, because, yeah, it's very difficult to do one-handed quick catches, because the screen protector just makes it very difficult. I managed to do one. I'd waste way too many Pokeballs trying to do it though. So, unfortunately, it's the drawback of streaming with two phones sort of thing, because I got the chat phone and the play phone. I just don't have a free hand. You need to get tested. No, I haven't been tested. I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD. But I know that I've got it, sort of thing. Again, talking to both Leah and Imogen last night, because both of them are autistic. They're just like, honestly, you don't need to get tested unless you're trying to find work and all that sort of stuff, and you need a piece of paper that says, hey, I have this neurodivergence, so it makes it difficult for me to do certain stuff. If you're doing your own thing, then honestly, you don't need it. Like, if you know you've got it, then you've got it, sort of thing. Yeah, my sister's been diagnosed with it mid last year. She was diagnosed with ADHD, and it is a genetic thing, so it sort of runs in families. So it's like, if she's got it, it's pretty sure that I've got it too. And it's not just, oh, I'm pretty sure that I've got it. It's just like, I know that I've got it. It would make sense of why my life has been the way that it is. And again, being able to relate to other people which are neurodivergent is another big thing. Because I've met a lot of neurodivergent people over the last you know, 6 months to a year sort of thing, and we're all on the same page. Like, we're all cut from the same cloth. We can talk to each other. We have the same mannerisms. We have the same difficulties dealing with social situations. Hey, we actually have a Keckley on here. I will get that. Let's go get our little Keckers. More crunchy leaves. Listen to all the crunchy leaves. So yeah, it's honestly up to you whether or not you want to get tested. Do some reading into it. Try and meet other people that, you know, are in the same boat as you and see how you relate with them, because that's usually your best evidence towards being neurodivergent or not. If you pretty much the same as anybody else, because like I said, we're all sort of cut from the same cloth. You get a better idea. Your ex had ADHD, and you were told you might have some autism. Yeah, see, like, if you got along with somebody that has it, sort of thing, if you guys had similar mannerisms, because ADHD and autism have a lot of similarities, and a lot of people that have one will actually have the other as well. So you can have ADHD, which is autism, like ADHD. But yeah, your best recourse is to just read up on it. Just find some articles about the stuff, read up on it, see if you relate to the articles that pop up, just the information that you're gonna get from them. Still no shiny Kecleon. One of these days. Because that was the way that I sort of became more educated about it. Like, as I said before, it wasn't up until like halfway through last year that I actually met a girl that had it, and I wanted to understand what she goes through on a daily basis with it, sort of thing, just so I could better understand her. And then I was just like, hang on a second, this just sounds like me. Alright, it is 4 p.m, so we have an hour to go, guys. Hopefully our shinies will actually pick up again, because it's been a bit slow, but we can get through this part of the research, go into our last part. And stop wasting my paper balls. At least that breeze has picked up again in the shade, which is nice. Out of my hand, which would have been unfortunate given that I've taken the cover off of it to make sure that it doesn't overheat. Speaking of which, what have we got? 45 battery left, and there's an hour, so we'll plug it back into the charger. It should be hopefully cool enough that it will charge. Hoping that I can get at least one shiny from the research. It's always good getting those research shinies, because they should have better odds, better stats rather than, yeah, typical wild. Is it that I always have the worst luck when it comes to research shinies, so I can just never seem to get them. Oh dude, I wanted to be King 1. Not just king. I want to be king 1. No, I still want that pie. I would feel more like a king right now if I had a steak and onion pie and some mango and banana nectar. That brings back memories. I see, and it's that sort of stuff that is very ADHD/autism. You have combinations of food like that you just want all the time, and you could eat every day. Like, it was actually very funny. Like, back, one of the guys that I used to socialize a lot with when like Pokemon Go was bigger, like around here, he'd always ask me, "Oh, what are you having for dinner tonight?" And quite often I'd be like, "Spaghetti," and he'd laugh at me all the time. He'd be like, "Hey, you having spaghetti for dinner tonight?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I am actually." And that's the thing. It's just like you have your comfort foods with neurodivergence, which you can basically just eat every day, and you could eat it every day for like 6 months, and then one day you just like, it's the last thing that you want to eat. You're just like, no, I never want to eat that again, sort of thing. And then 2 weeks later, it'll be the only thing that you want to eat for another 6 months. And looking back on that, when he always used to make fun of me about eating spaghetti, because again, that is my favorite food. Yeah, it makes sense now. It's just like, oh yeah, that was probably my ADHD. Just like, I want the same food all the time. That's the best pie. Steak and onion, it sure is. Steak and onion is the best. And there was another type of food like that when I was younger as well. It was salami and Swiss cheese rolls. So I always used to get like salami and then Swiss cheese on a roll. Best combination ever. For you, it's lasagna. Yeah, lasagna is good. See, any type of that bolognese type of pasta. So lasagna, just normal pasta. I make this really good vegetarian pasta as well. Like just tomatoey pastas. Like, I'm a real big fan of. But I mean, who isn't? Who doesn't eat pasta? I swear to God, you're an alien or a North Korean if you don't eat pasta, alright? Quite possibly both. Okay. Righto. Don't want to be my friend. Abandon me just like everything else in my life. You ate a hot dog for 4 years straight every day with a Coke. Exactly. See, that's the type of thing. You just have your comfort foods, which you could just eat every day. So, given that you've said that, quite possibly you are, dude. As I said, do some reading into it, and it's probably why you can relate with me in the streams as well, just because, again, you've just found somebody else that has those same thought patterns, and because neurodivergent people do tend to gravitate towards each other. And I'm pretty sure, like, one of my friends, possibly more than one of my friends, like, growing up, one specifically that I can think of, it's just like his mannerisms and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably ADHD as well, given his lack of impulse control and stuff. Shepherd's pie. I am not a fan of shepherd's pie. That is one of those things which I don't like. I think, like, it's the potato on top. I'm like, honestly, there is one form of like mashed potato that I can eat, and that was my nan's old, like when I was growing up, my nan would make mashed potato, and it was like the best mashed potato ever. Nothing else comes close to it, so because of that, I just don't like mashed potato, because it's not my nan's, like, mashed potato, and she's gone now, sort of thing. So never gonna have that mashed potato again. And so because of that, I just can't eat any other type of mashed potato. So yeah, shepherd's pie, just not a big fan of it. Just something that I cannot stomach. seafood was kind of food. Ah, man, seafood's pretty good. I don't mind seafood. Not all seafood. I don't like prawns or shrimp, as you would call them in America. But I can eat crayfish and crab and like fish in general. Just, yeah, not a big fan of prawns. Hey, you got your first shiny. Nice, dude. You can't wait till Saturday. Hopefully you can find another shundo. Good luck, dude. Fingers crossed you can. It's always nice getting little shundos. Let's see. What can we get from this? Hey, Chum, how you doing? Why can't you be shiny? Why you gotta do me like this? Unfortunately, Chum, you're never going to escape that, dude. You have now become the alcoholic of the stream. Original joke. Dude, you brought it on yourself. You came into my streams twice, drunk. Probably more now. Now you'll forever be known as the alcoholic. Alright, so for the final stage, we need to send 3 gifts with stickers, earn 3 hearts with your buddy, transfer 25 Pokemon, evolve 5. Such a waste, though. Power up Pokemon 20 times. Again, that's such a waste of Stardust. Don't want to. Can't make me. Alright, so with this one, I can get it done during the stream. But given that I don't really want to waste the evolutions, because I want to evolve good stuff, and I want to make sure that I've got all the good stuff by the end, so we might just finish that one off stream. We'll do everything else that we need to do, but like the evolutions, I'll probably do them when I get home later on tonight. Can you stop being a pain in the butt? All of a sudden. All of these have just been very annoying. So what do we got? 45 minutes left. So let's just try and get ourselves some more shinies before we finish up. Because yeah, we started off really strong with shinies. I thought it was going to be a very... It's what I mean. Stop being such a... yeah, we started off really well with shinies, and then it's just... Mate. They've been good all day, and now all of a sudden, in like the last half an hour, every single one of them has just been an incredible pain in the ass to try and catch. So Chom's gone quiet now. It's just like, screw you guys. You can call me an alcoholic, I'm gonna leave. You know we're only joking. Oh, it's 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, You're playing stinky Fortnite. Was it with a cute goth girl? Three hearts with my buddy. Hey Joe, how you doing, man? Welcome in. How are you doing today? You doing fine? Good to hear, dude. Stand still so I can scratch you on your head. There we go. Okay, that's those two done at least. Oh God, every single one of them. Oh, what is that stuck to my leg? What the hell? What is that? Is that poop? Did I have poop on my leg? Ew, did I get poop on my leg? I don't know. I think I might have poop on my leg somehow. I think I might have stepped in poop. While I was squishing through all the leaves, I think I stepped in dry poop and I have poop on my leg. That's unfortunate. Probably don't want to touch it with my fingers because then I have poop on my fingers. Who's leaving poop on the ground? So dry. Icky. Get up my leg. Get up my leg. I don't want to crunch leaves anymore now. I knew that was going to happen. Jimmy, what do you do when someone with a partner says they love you? You say thank you, but unfortunately you I don't know, it depends on the situation, dude. There is no one answer to that question. That is a very loaded question. So yeah, there's no specific way that you could answer it. You just have to do what you think is the best thing to do in that situation. But if you're talking about this other person again, this old person, you know what you need to do, dude. Bruh, indeed. Bruh. Just bruh. Like I said, I think it's just dry poop. I shouldn't have looked at my legs because I was just looking to see how dusty they were from the sunscreen. It's okay. We'll survive. Did I already catch shiny in Fuecoco? Yes. Yeah, we're up to... How many have we got? 6, 12, 13. We got 13 shiny foos. Little foos. But yeah, the day started off really well. We had heaps, and then second hour was pretty quiet. And then so far this hour, it's also been pretty quiet. Granted, I've been doing a lot of catching for these that I wouldn't usually do, just because I've been trying to get candy for them, because I didn't have a lot of candy coming into this com day, so that's going to slow down my shiny checking. Ask yourself this: if she has a boyfriend and is willing to go with other men, do you think she won't do that? That's also a good thing. Like, not a good thing, but that's also a good piece of advice. Yeah, if she's willing to cheat on somebody else, not going to cheat just to be with you, sort of thing. Or him, like, it really depends. Hello, whoever you are. Beep, 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 beep to you too. New person. Again, don't know the situation, don't know the person, don't know enough information to really give you an answer to that question, dude. But James gave a very, like, poignant's probably not the word I'm looking for. Just something to think about, I suppose. Very much. Something that, yeah, I can't think of the right words. It's way too hot. My brain has just been fried inside my head. Getting very hard for me to formulate sentences right now. Do a lot of people in your town, city play Pokemon Go? Is there a game to... People are still around that play it, but for the most part, they have their own little groups that they'll drive around with and play the game with. There isn't like a get-together community like there used to be. There used to be, you know, a group of like 20 to 30 of us sort of thing, which would get together and play the game, do raids and all that sort of stuff, hang out on comm days, all of that stuff. And then, yeah, COVID happened. Like, it was already starting to drop off before COVID hit, and then COVID happened, and then it just hasn't really come back since, sort of thing. So it's pretty dead these days. It's alright to ask these questions, Chom. It's just that they're hard to answer these questions when you don't really know the situation. That's all. Valid point. That's probably closer to what He has a valid point, yes. Thank you for finishing my sentence. At least some of us aren't walking around in 34-degree heat with a brain melting. You agree with James and others from experience? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's usually best to be cautious of people which are going to cheat because, I mean, as they say, once a cheater, always a cheater. It's not always the case, but for the most part it is. It's too hot. The sun is like right above me right now as well. Which one is the incense spawn? I can't tell. It's this one here. Am I getting XP just for clicking on these things? No. And where did that XP come from? What did I do to get that XP? Oh my god. Can you just stay in the bowl? This is one of the things that I hate about starter comm days. Like, starters in general are just pains in the ass to catch in general. In general. Hey, you got a shiny Hunter, okay, a Shundo. Fuecoco, nice. Congratulations. It's like the worst part of the trail because there's like bitumen here, or asphalt, depending on where you are in the world. So it's just, oh my god, there's no shade. The sun is right above me and I'm walking on like asphalt, bitumen. It's like, it's way too hot. I'm going to die. Come on, surely we have to get a shiny soon. It has been a minute since we've had a shiny, so we're due a shiny. So we've only got like half an hour left. Hey, I told you. I called it. I knew it was going to happen. Ah, shit. Lucky your RVs have been pretty bad. I haven't gone through and checked all of mine yet, but I don't think I've got anything too decent so far for the day. In your town is also dead, but there are a lot of spoofers in your town. If you put a Pokemon in the gym near your house, you get kicked out in a few minutes. You hate that kind of spoofer that play. Yeah, I mean, there's gyms everywhere that you can take without doing that sort of stuff. We had issues with that around here, sort of thing, but we knew a lot of the spoofers because they used to be legitimate players. And I was a very vocal person that called these people out. They didn't like that, so they used to camp on my gyms. Be jerks, because all of them had like 6 or 7 different accounts. So they would just spam them with berries and just keep all of their accounts in there. And as soon as you take it over, they would take it back. And they were just real jerks about it. And then one of them had the goal. He thought that he'd, turned his ways around and repented and all that sort of stuff, but he didn't even have the balls to come to my face and say it to my face, just like, hey, sorry, I was a dick and did all this stuff. He got other people in the community to try and relay the information through to me, just like, oh, hey, Steve said that he was sorry and blah blah. And it's just like, yeah, tell Steve to shove it up his ass, because I don't care. It's like, if he hasn't even got the balls to come and say it to my face, then he's not really sorry. Nice event. It's been a pretty good event so far. Com days are alright. I don't know. Unfortunately, I was really hoping that when they said that they were going to revamp com days, that they were going to do more than just change the research. Because it really feels like all they've done to change com days was make it that the research is different and give us a com day classic every month. And it's like, no, that's not really revamping com days. That's just giving more of them to us, which we don't really need, and making research different. That was good the way that it was. I don't really like the new research structure. I preferred it the way that it was. It was easier to get through. Jimmy's so tangy. Oh no, dude, this was back before I started working out and stuff. Dude was just a pussy. He had no backbone. Hence why he was a spoofer that used to like just camp on people's gyms and stuff. Like, I got no issue if you want to spoof and play the game, as long as you're not impacting other people's play. If you're that type of spoofer which is going to, camp gyms and just be a jerk about it, then you are a dick. And I was happy to call him a dick, and he was just a spineless dick. Alright, it is 4:30. We have... how many shinies we got? 6, 12, 14. Alright, we got 14 shinies. I would try and get to 20, but in half an hour, I don't think we're going to get 6. But do we have any guesses on how many shinies we could end up with before the end of the day in the next half an hour? What are we thinking, guys? Just not enjoying the sun. What? You spoofed also, sorry, always. Oh my god, Mike, see, I can't even read. You spoofed also, but you did it only to catch Pokemon, and that were not available in the Netherlands. Fair enough. As I said, like, I don't really care if you spoof, if you're just, you know, wanting to catch Pokemon and all that sort of stuff. It's when you're impacting other people's play. That's when it becomes an issue. If you're not impacting other people's play and you're willing to run the risk of getting your account banned and all that sort of stuff, then you do you. I'm not here to criticize. You play the game however you want. You reckon 18? That's still 4 more shinies, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, we were killing it. We had so many in the first hour. Like, the second click of the day was a shiny, and then since then, oh, there we go, there's one. We got one, guys. So that's a terrible throw. That's 15. So we're on 15. How does some spoofer not get banned and stream live on YouTube? Honestly, I think the reason why Niantic hasn't cracked down on the ones that spoof, that stream it, is because they're promoting the game, which is really stupid. But there has to be a reason why they haven't cracked down on people like lifting and zombies and all that sort of stuff. Because I mean, the dude's been doing it since, you know, forever. But then your average spoofer, they will crack down on. I think it's more just because people know how to get around the system and spoof without getting caught doing it. Others don't know how to do it properly, and they're the ones that end up getting banned. Honestly, I can't tell you why there are content creators which don't get banned. My only suggestion would be because they're promoting the game, and Niantic just sees it as a positive. Oh, they're promoting the game, so we'll let them pass. You know, we'll give them a pass. You don't know when people. You don't know. You don't care when people cheat, but when they use them to ruin the game, play that sucks. Yeah. Yes. Main use Android and wait for cooldowns. Yes, yeah. Like there's all of the ways that you can get around doing it. There's the cooldowns. There's the not jumping into raids and all that sort of stuff. I think there's a few other things, like I don't know, because I don't spoof, but yeah, there's definitely ways to avoid detection, and some people just don't know the mechanics. Yeah, you spoofed across your town, but you never went around into other cities and such. Never for gyms and just for Pokemons. But you haven't played it in years or so, since the raids we did. Lifting got around the system because, yeah, that's, like I said, that's, I think, the only reason why. You know, content creators, because it's not like he's a small content creator either. Like, he's got a lot of people that watch him, so it's not like it's flown under Niantic's radar. They have to know that he's doing it. They've just let him do it. And I feel the only reason why they would do that is because, again, he's promoting the game. So they see it as a win. They're like, oh, we'll just let him do it because he's promoting the game. And because, I mean, how can someone like that get around the system when there are random people which don't spoof, which their account's banned just because of something? That's 16. So, you know what? We've actually got a chance. We've still got 25 minutes, so we could get these 4. There is still a good chance. I just wish it wasn't so hot. I just want to stay in these shady areas, but then I have to venture back out into the sun, and I'm like, it burns. I feel like a vampire. Wait, who is? Oh, we're just talking about just spoofing in general, and how there are some content creators out there which blatantly spoof, and Niantic has to know about it, and they just get away with it, but then other people don't, sort of thing. So we're just having sort of a general discussion about spoofing. Lucky 500 candy right now, and 1 shiny. I mean, at least you got the 1 shiny, so it's something that you've got added to the deck, so you'll be able to trade with other people that have more, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg to do it. How you doing, Kobe? Welcome in. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. It's just pretty warm. Hey, another shiny. Oh, there we go. Guys, we could actually get to this 20. I didn't think we were going to have enough time because we still needed, what, 6 more in the last half an hour, but we've already got 3 of them. And it's only been like 7 minutes. It's not too bad. We can get a pretty good cluster around here, so there's a chance that we can get another one out of this. If we are lucky. Click the little dude. And shade again. That's nice. Yeah, we're doing pretty good today. Other than it just being really hot. Just direct sunlight sort of thing. 34 degrees, so in the sun, it's like 36, 37 degrees. It's pretty hot. Not a great day to be walking around for 3 hours. But we're staying as hydrated as we can. We got hat and sunscreen, so we surviving. I think COD does they whitelisted big streamers, and a lot have been called out for cheating. Some have evidently shown their cheat. Yeah. At the end of the day, like as I said, content creators, especially bigger ones, they're promoting the game, so they do get lenience when it comes to that sort of stuff, more so than your average player, just because they get free promotion out of it. Like the game company or the game, you know, gets free publicity. They're not having to pay these people, they just let them do what they do. They know that they get a lot of views, so they can get away with it. Oh, that's fair. You remember you had an account you used to spoof on just for fun like 5-ish years ago, and it's still not banned. It's because you probably never, like, you know, brought attention to yourself while spoofing. Because as we were discussing, you know, people can do it and get away with it as long as you do the things that you need to do to be able to sort of fly under the radar. The main people that get busted are the people that just don't do those things. You're listening. For some reason, I read that as bagpipes. I was like, "You're listening to bagpipes drip?" I was just like, "What?" Bad piggies drip. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about. I think bagpipe drip sounds a lot better. Give me some drippy bagpipes. you have like 200 hundos. I also have over 200 hundos. And I'll admit that I used to use the maps that would report where hundos were. So, I mean, you could say that that was a form of cheating, but I would always go to the physical location myself in person and get those hundos. I would look at the map, like it would report them on the Discord server and be like, hey, there's a hundo here. It has 60 minutes left on the spawn timer. And I'd look at the distance that it was from me and be like, okay, that's 30 kilometers away. I can get that in an hour. So I'd jump in the car and speed off and go and catch that hundo sort of thing. And that would backfire occasionally. You'd get there, and when they introduced the weather, sometimes the weather would change and that Pokemon would despawn or change into something else, or just the stats would change on it. And it would no longer be a hundo. It would drive 30 kilometers for no reason. They were just the things that you had to put up with on occasion. But yeah, I would always physically go and get it myself sort of thing. I wouldn't spoof to get it. So yeah, you could say that it's cheating because you're getting hundos, reported and stuff like that using maps, but it wasn't full blown cheating sort of thing. I feel like there was still an element of legitimacy to it because I was actively going out into the real world and catching it myself. Because now we're sitting on, how many 4 stars do we have? Uh, 211 4 stars. And I've been doing pretty well at getting hundo legendaries recently as well. When Genesect is a regional, sorry, not a regional, a mythical, but still falls into that same category. But yeah, Palkia, Reshiram, and Zekrom. Alright. 17 minutes, 3 shinies. So what are we sitting on? We are on 17, isn't it? 6, 12... yeah, 17. How much Fuecoco candy? We have... it's over 1,000 now. We started off with like 300-ish for the day. We now have 1,382. So I've gained like 1,000 candy for the day. All day. Dude, that was gonna... so yeah, 1,000 candy for a day that has been hot. So it's been a grinding day sort of thing in the heat. So we've just been taking it relatively easy. God dang it, it's a lot. Honestly, it's not as much as what other people would get. I mean, how many candies are we getting per catch? Is it 6? Is it double catch candy? Jarrell, how you doing? Where am I from? I'm in Australia. Yeah, 6 candies per catch. So for 1,000, 6... how many catches is that? That's only like 200 catches or something for the day. So it's not as much as it could be. Probably not even that much. Math isn't my strong point. Wasting Pokeballs is though. For frick's sake, mate, would you just stop? Fricking hell. So yeah, I guess at this point, with the last 15 minutes. It's a matter of, can we get to the 20 shinies? Can I click on the one that I'm trying to? Yes. Today the GMAX starter is going to come, but don't know how to do them. You need a group of people. You can't do them by yourself. So unless you've got a group of people that you can do the raids with, unfortunately you're just going to have to go without them. Because yeah, the Gigantamax are pretty hefty, so you need decent squads of people. Did I do it? No, because no one else really comes out and plays around here anymore. So I have not done any Gigantamax at all ever since they've been released. I haven't done a single one. Honestly, even if I could, I probably wouldn't put too much effort into it. Just because they're not useful for anything. They only feed us like its own system. Like we've talked about this already during the stream. You only get them to get more of them. That's the only reason. You can't use them in raids, you can't use them in PvP, so that's a bit of a pointless mechanic. It's just to add more stuff to your Pokédex. Bloat out your storage more than it already is. Come on, little shiny fellas, where are you? We're running out of time. Hey, we got the Did I miss the hatch animations? Oh man, I hated how they've done that. You click on something, usually the hatch animations would always pop up afterwards, but these days, if you do anything as the eggs are hatching, you just miss the egg hatching animation. So, I'm going to have to go into my storage and have a look, but there was some remaining 10Ks from Unova Tour that I had hatching, so fingers crossed we actually got ourselves a shiny. No, unfortunately not. We've got another Buffalant. Not bad though, and Sigalith. Unfortunately, I did not get any of those shinies, which is disappointing. Pokemon Go is dead. It's not dead. I mean, I'm semi-rural, so it's always been quieter around here than in the actual city, sort of thing. But if I go down to Melbourne and play, which I'm only like 40 k's out of Melbourne, no, there's still heaps of people that play. It's definitely not as big as it used to be, but it's not dead. It is at least where, like I said, it does depend on where you live. The big cities, it's still active, but outside of those cities, it can be fairly dead. Sydney might still, yeah, Sydney's like big city, so it's still in the big cities, Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, you know, there's still a player base, but it's just not as big as it used to be. Smaller rural locations like this, people still play. There's still a lot of activity around here. Gyms get turned over, all of that sort of stuff, but usually people just stick to themselves, just do their own thing. All right, 10 minutes to go. We still need 3 more shinies. It's not looking likely. Brisbane is not that active. Brisbane is a bit smaller than Melbourne and Sydney, I suppose. And also there's the cyclone going on at the moment, which is probably contributing to that. Which is funny, just because Brisbane was supposed to be the city that we were going to get a safari zone in Australia. Like that was going to be the city of choice. I guess that's never going to happen if the player base has died off in Brisbane. So it looks like Australia is never... Hey! There's one of them. Australia is never going to get a safari zone. Last time you remember you went to a GMAX raid, 70 people came and the raid boss just one-shot us. That was back before people were probably prepared for it, sort of thing, because they are pretty tough. Alright, 2 more shinies to get to 20 in 9 minutes. It's doable. We've done it before, but chances are, at least I'm in the shady part of the trail now, so it's like shadiness. Do I have... No, I don't have special rend on. I didn't bother putting it on. It's because we're already getting enough spawns for these specific Pokemon. There's another one. One more, guys. We can do this. If there was more stuff to hunt, say during Unova Tour or Go Fest and stuff like that, sure, I'll use special rend. Or if I really want the shiny during a com day, this is... doesn't really matter. I'm not really going to waste the candy for Palkia and the Stardust and that for something that I'm getting enough of anyway. There are other more important things that I'll use that candy and Stardust on. How you doing, Blazer? Welcome in. How you doing? The cyclone has slowed down. Cyclone, I should say, has slowed down so much that it's no longer even considered a cyclone. But also there is a lot of random activity like gyms next to train stations. I mean, that's good that it's no longer considered a cyclone. And all these people were panic buying and getting themselves ready for this massive storm that just never eventuated. Oh well. Suppose better to be safe than sorry, eh? But yeah, all the panic buyers that have just got all this food stockpiled now because they think that they were going to be locked inside for weeks, now just have all this food that they've got. Come on, one more shiny. Come on, little shiny, we can do it. Look at them all lining up. At least they're being polite. Australia didn't get a safari zone yet, even my country where Pokemon Go is considered dead. Yeah, unfortunately, Australia doesn't have a big population in comparison to other countries. So they just never put a safari zone here because there is other parts of Asia, because we are in like Oceania, which is considered Asia sort of thing. So Japan and stuff like that was always going to win out on top of Australia when it came to getting events, just because there's one, more population there, 2, it's the birthplace of Pokemon. But yeah, there was supposedly supposed to be a safari zone here in Brisbane before COVID hit. Some guy that was going to help organize it, secured $1 million from the Brisbane Council to like Brisbane City Council to get it organized. And then COVID hit and the country went into lockdown. And so it just never happened. So yeah, unfortunately, we just never got it. And the reason why it was going to be in Brisbane, because if it was in Melbourne, people in Sydney would have cracked the shits. If it was in Sydney, people in Melbourne would have cracked the shits. So, hey, there we go. We got to 20. We actually did it. Yeah, because there's always like a rivalry between Melbourne and Sydney. Why'd you give that to Sydney? Melbourne's better. Why'd you give that to Melbourne? Sydney's better. So to avoid all of that, they're like, fine, we'll just put it in Brisbane. And then both Melburnians and Sydney-siders can just stick it up their ass. I'm from Melbourne, so I can say that. Because I know. It's a friendly rivalry, but it's a rivalry nonetheless. spent like 6 hours cleaning up your backyard and tying things down to make sure they didn't get blown away, and had to get like 3 different shops to find food just for the cyclone to do nothing. Yeah, and I know that all the North Queenslanders were just laughing at all the Southerners, just going, "You crazy people, getting all bent out of shape because of a Cat 2 storm." But yeah, we ended up making it to 20 shinies, which I didn't think we were going to do, because we had 6 of them in last half. 6 back up. I think it's just because of course the incense spawns right on top of this, so I can't click on it. So whatever. Hey, we got another one. That's 21 shinies. Not only did we beat it, we surpassed it. But I'm very happy that I'm pretty much back at the car now as well. So we timed this pretty well. Not too bad, shiny. For a second I thought that was another one. Alright, so usually after these com days, they have their com day eggs popping up, and I would give you guys an idea of if you can solo them or not. But honestly, given how hot it is today, so that's 22 shinies. We've gotten 8 shinies in the last half an hour. Yeah, given that it's so hot today, and they're probably not going to start popping up until basically the end of Spotlight, Com Day rather, which means that they won't start hatching for another half an hour or so. I think I might just skip it tonight. I need to go home and shower and get comfortable. It's been a very long, hot day. Go home and hydrate. One final minute. Can we get another one? Can we get another one? Definition of irony: spending so much time hatching eggs on your main account over the weekend, and then it's Rogue that gets a shiny regional from the single. Yep, it's always the way. That's what my second account did as well when we were hatching the Gen 1 regionals. I got nothing except a Kangaskhan on my main account, which was just like, are you serious? I live in Australia. I don't need a shiny Kangaskhan. I already got like 6 of them. But my second account got both a hundo and a shiny Tauros back to back. So it was just like, great. Awesome. Oh, well, that's the end of Com Day, guys. We're done. We are done. Let's catch this last Fui for the candies. A Sigalith as well. I did hatch my last 2 of the 10k eggs just before, and I got a another Buffalant and a Sigalith, but unfortunately not shinies. Didn't end up with any shinies. Eggs are a scam. They are. I have never been a big egg hatcher in this game just because of the fact that incubators. I have a ton of free incubators now from all the showcases and stuff that I win, but I just use them during events. I'm not an active egg hunter. I just stockpile them, and then when we get events like Unova Tour, where it's like hatch these 10k eggs and hopefully get these regionals or shinies, I'll just use them then. But there we go, guys. We are done with our spotlight, our Com Day. What's it doing? incubators. Oh, I can't click on them. It'd be nice if it told me how many I've actually got without having to. So yeah, these are all my incubators. So I've got 11, 3 just normal ones. 3 use, 11, 2 normal ones. I did have a bunch of super incubators, but again, I used them over the weekend for the 10Ks. So I've only got one of them left. But all of them are free. I never buy incubators, so they're just ones that I've obtained through just either winning the showcases or doing the rewards that you get from like the ticket stuff now. When you buy stuff, you get the free rewards, and most of that comes from raid passes. It's Dashborn. So that's the one that's been popping up on my... This Pokemon has a terrible catch rate. Fuecoco, all starters do. Starters are always a pain in the ass to catch just because they're starter Pokemon, so they've got to be a bit more feisty than your average Pokemon. Scarly had 3 10Ks, 3 5K eggs to hatch still. Well, fingers crossed. Hopefully you get some more. I mean, if you get the shinies out of them, at least you can trade them to your main account. The hundos, not so much. Actually, yeah. It's an oven in here. It's not too bad. It could be worse. The windscreen cover has definitely made it a big difference. I can't get the water bottle off my hand. You can go there. Cover, you can go there. Sunglasses. All right. There we go. You got a good one. Finally ended up with 800 candies. Nice, dude. That is a dex entry. Little donut dog. Terrible IVs, of course. Of course it is. Did we get a shiny? No. One of these days we'll find... Oh no, wait, I actually do have shiny. Urso and Growlithe, I think. I don't actually know. Alright, so yeah, like I said, usually I would... do one of these eggs that's going to hatch for Com Day, one of the, just to see if we could solo the raid boss, but honestly, given how hot it is today, I have to wait until one hatches and then go to it, and I don't know how long that's going to take, so we might just give that a skip today, because I mean, I don't think anybody really cares about the raids, to be honest, anyway. Once it's done, I'll drop this little dude in here. Rank 2. Seriously? How do I get rank 2? Death by Pokeball. You know the dude that I was talking about before that was the complete douchebag that spoofed? That's him. Death by Pokeball. So it seems that he is still playing. Still being a douchebag. I wonder if he's still spoofing. But yeah, that was his account. Douchebag. Not rank 1. No, I lost it to somebody that I'm pretty sure is spoofing. Because he used to be a spoofer, and I didn't see anybody else down here that was playing, so quite possibly that he spoofed into it. Because he's a douchebag. Honestly, I don't really care these days, but he's still a douchebag. So we ended up with 6, 12, 18, 22. So 22 shinies in total, which wasn't too bad because we had 16 with half an hour left. So we ended up getting, no, we had 14. 14 left with half an hour. So we got 10 shinies in the last half an hour. So we absolutely smashed it. Oh, sorry, no, 8 shinies in the last half hour. So we absolutely smashed that towards the end. Started off well and ended well. sort of the middle part was a little bit lacking. I still do have to finish the research because I didn't do the evolutions because I just wanted to wait and do the evolutions with the ones that I thought were the best because I don't have the candy to really... We ended up with 40. So yeah, I just don't want to do any drunk evolutions for these. Just get them done, actually spend. How you doing, Negan? Welcome in. You just got back. James, your son, took me out for it because it's your birthday. Oh, nice. Oh, happy birthday for Monday, since I won't see you guys because it's Monday, so I won't be streaming. Nice. Did you actually play today, or did you just go out and do other stuff? You're 37. Jesus. Well, you well and truly beat me today. I only ended up with 22. See what happens when you don't come into the streams? Like any other time you're in the streams, I always end up winning the shiny race. Nice. I probably could have done a lot better, but I was doing a lot of catching today. And because it's like 34 degrees in Melbourne, it was a bit toasty walking around in the sun all day, so I just didn't spend as much time. Well, I wasn't as active, I should say. I spent the same amount of time, just not actively hunting as hard as I would be usually, just because of how hot it was. They were front on sometimes. Weird. I didn't have that happen, which was lucky. Alright. So, yeah, there's none of these raids that are popping up. Ooh, there is people. I wonder. Do I have a remote raid pass to jump in just because? I have a feeling that that was the same. No. I just wanted to jump in to see, because I have a feeling that that was the death by Pokeball and stuff like that, which I wouldn't be surprised at spoofing down here, because I haven't seen anybody else playing down here today. So it means that he's an active spoofer again. They could be in a car, but knowing his history, I'm assuming that he's not. I would assume that he's being a dirtbag. Anyway, alrighty, guys. Let us. What we're gonna do? We just wrap up for the evening now, because I need to go home and shower. I gotta put the cover back on the phone because it's not grippy enough to stay stuck to the steering wheel. That's better. That's actually not a bad. Kamala Harris. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, I suppose that'll pretty much do us for the end of our calm day. If you haven't already, please do hit the thumbs up button. We're on 25, so we did pretty well. Yeah, let's see if we can get it up to 30. So if you haven't already, please do smash that like button. Someone asked me to catch a Pikachu at the start of the stream, and I was like, Pikachu's not going to be around today. So for that person that wanted me to catch a Pikachu earlier today, we'll do that. There we go. I can say I caught a Pikachu. Terrible stats. How you doing, Jordan? Can you show me the shiny Fuecoco since the event hasn't started yet? I can do that. That is the shiny Fuecoco. So it's basically just pink instead of red. So that's a normal one. That's the shiny. So yeah, it's only the main colour that changes from a red to a pink. I haven't done the evolutions for them yet, so I can't show you them. But I will do them when I get home, once I go through and find my best ones. But yeah, alrighty guys, that is going to do us for the evening, or the afternoon, because I got to go home, shower, and then see what my plans are for this afternoon, or this evening, see if I'm going out anywhere. I honestly cannot be bothered, but we will see. But yeah, alrighty guys, thank you for everybody that has tuned in today. Much appreciated. Like I said, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. And yeah, good luck for your comm days. Hopefully you guys will get the shinies, the hundos, all of that good stuff, the shundos. And yeah, enjoy your morning, evening, noon, or night. Stay safe. Happy hunting. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday for Spotlight Hour. And then we got the birds again on Wednesday for comm day. For raid hour. My God. My brain is fried. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you guys on Tuesday. So until then, peace out. Have a good one. I'll see you then. Bye.